If you're thinking about relocating to another country, you probably have valid reasons for it. And while I can't know for sure if it's nice weather, unique cuisine, or friendly community that you crave, I may only assume that money can also affect your final decision. And if it's for professional reasons, then you should be aware of the countries that offer the most lucrative jobs and salaries. So in this video, we're looking at the top 10 countries with the highest average monthly income and minimum wages. Number 10. Norway. The average annual salary in Norway is $54,000. As a natural resource-rich country with abundant oil, forests, and other raw materials, Norway provides its citizens with great job opportunities in gas and petroleum industries. However, almost 14% of its population is foreign-born, and the Norwegian government welcomes expats from all over to deal with the shortage of workforce. So a qualified English-speaking worker can easily thrive here as a manager or a logistics specialist in oil, shipping, or fishing industries. It's especially easy to settle in Norway if you're an EU citizen. For non-EU nationals, it's a bit complicated, as your employer should apply for a Norwegian work permit inside the country first. However, despite significant wages, working in Norway has its drawbacks, such as high tax rates and cost of living. But natural beauty, a very low crime rate, high-quality health services, and free higher education can make up for some of these shortcomings and make Norway an ideal place for professionals seeking career growth. Number 9. Austria. Beautiful classical music, gastronomical delights, excellence in technology, and aside from that, one of the highest wages in the world. Due to pandemic, Austria, like many other EU nations, has faced a great shortage of workforce. And with the average annual salary of $53,900 and a minimum wage at about $1,500 a month, it's a worthy opportunity for expats to look for jobs in Austria. If you speak German and are from the European Union and EEC, finding jobs in Austria will be a breeze. If, on the other hand, you don't speak the language, there will be a bit more to it. But even in this case, knowing English opens a lot of doors for you. And in case you are from further afield, you'll need to obtain a work permit. For that, your Austrian employer should apply for a recruitment approval and an employment permit from the regional employment office. And after that, you'll be covered by Austrian employment law, with your rights well protected. Number 8. Australia. Australia is a destination for many skilled and enthusiastic expats worldwide, and there are obvious reasons for it. First of all, the view is striking. Beautiful beaches, bubblegum pink lakes, idyllic waterfalls, crystal clear ocean vistas, and other jaw-dropping natural wonders. Secondly, the country itself is a true economic powerhouse, providing job opportunities in many fields, from tourism to banking services. There are also welcoming immigration policies, especially for those who want to study here first and then start a career. And thirdly, the minimum wage in Australia is one of the highest in the world. Here, a worker gets a minimum of $21 per hour, compared to $7.25 in the USA. However, taxes will take a lot of your salary package. But at the same time, as an immigrant, you'll also be entitled to pension benefits. Number 7. Belgium. Belgium has always been known for the highest standards of living and education. The country is most famous for its beer, chocolates, transportation, engineering, car assembly, scientific instruments, tourism, and a surprisingly great range of career prospects for such a small nation. Getting a job is not that difficult if you live in the EU. Non-EU nationals need to obtain a work permit and labor card. Fortunately, Belgium has one of the fastest and most flexible procedures in Europe. The majority of its population is bi- or trilingual, so speaking Dutch, French, or German can be necessary. But even if you're confined to English, there is still a wide range of opportunities to both find work and get new acquaintances, as many Belgians are fluent in English. The cost of living here is noticeable, but still relatively lower than other European countries. Number 6. The Netherlands. Many surveys indicate that Dutch people are content with their lives, and possibly a lot of that has to do with their excellent healthcare system and outstanding schools, which even developed EU countries envy. The Netherlands has shown that being a small nation can't hold a country back from becoming the world's 17th biggest economy, with a steady economic growth and an enviably low rate of unemployment and inflation. The country's economy is based on international trade because it has the biggest ports in Europe, a fair pick of job opportunities within the European Union, and a mostly multilingual population. If you want to start your own business, the Dutch government helps by offering tax breaks, simplifying bureaucracy, and continuously updating government policies. Number 5. Denmark. Denmark has a modern mixed economy with comfortable living standards. It has a high level of government services and transfers and depends highly on foreign trade. It has quite a high progressive tax rate of about 40%, but the government eagerly spends that money on healthcare, education, and social programs. Minimum wages in Denmark are not defined, but still this country has the lowest income inequality in the world. Due to high salaries and good working conditions, the country is oftentimes ranked as the happiest nation in the world. Another interesting trait is that the workforce is strongly unionized, which ensures employee rights and fair wages. But even for an entrepreneur who wants to start their own business, the government offers several tax breaks and has simplified its bureaucracy. Number 4. The United States. It's not surprising that the US is on the list. It's not only home to world's biggest tech giants, but also most of the Forbes top 10. The country is huge. Wages differ a lot depending on where you live, and income inequality is relatively high. But regardless of your position and location, be it an engineer in Chicago or a teacher in St. Louis, you will earn well compared to many other countries. Getting a job may be easy for a US citizen, but getting a work visa for a foreigner can be a bit tricky. Temporary work visas are for persons who want to enter the US for employment lasting a fixed period of time, and they are not permanent or indefinite. Each of these visas requires the prospective employer to first file a petition with the US Citizenship and Immigration Services, and after the petition is approved, you can apply for the visa itself. There are many different types of visas, depending on your situation, profile, and skills, and they all last for a certain time period, from 3 months to 7 years, although this is a huge topic and deserves a video of its own. Number 3. Switzerland. Switzerland is a tiny landlocked country in the center of Europe. It adheres to their hands-off policy and is not part of the EU or the Schengen area. Political independence and one of the most solid banking systems in the world allowed Switzerland to thrive and grow its wealth over the past centuries. So it comes as no surprise that this prosperous and vibrant country offers its people some of the highest salaries in the world. However, immigrating here can be a challenge for both EU nationals and outsiders alike. And even living here modestly can cost you a small fortune due to the high cost of living. Number 2. Iceland. Iceland is one of the smallest nations on the planet, with a population of just 350,000 people. But it's also one of the most expensive countries in the world. To balance out the cost of living here, people get significant wages, so the average annual salary for workers in Iceland is $68,000. The total monthly salary, including bonuses, varies among different jobs, but Iceland has a very low income inequality, so the difference is not that huge. Taxes are also noticeable, but lower than any other Nordic country. The Iceland's government welcomes foreign workforce in such areas as tourism, fishing, hydropower, and mining because of a shortage of national specialists. However, it should be noted that employment opportunities are still limited. Speaking only English may put you at a disadvantage competing for jobs with locals and other expats. But being put in this position, some nomads and travelers find motivation to learn this beautiful and rare Icelandic language, get acquainted with the authentic and original culture of the island state, and they rarely complain about the time spent. Number 1. Luxembourg. It is a tiny nation in Western Europe, next to Belgium, France, and Germany, with a population of about 630,000 people. The average gross wage in Luxembourg is slightly less than $70,000 per year, with the average monthly income around $5,700. For many expats worldwide, working in the strong high-tech driven service sector is a dream come true, especially with the recently introduced special tax exemptions for foreigners. But the real deal is banking. Luxembourg's economy is hugely dependent on this field, so executives can earn up to $300,000 per year plus bonuses. But with such high-class jobs, don't be surprised to see fluent German and French, along with a top-notch education, as standard requirements from your CV. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a new video.